Hello everybody, welcome back to this week's dessert idea. This week, you guys, I have something a little different. If you guys ever baked, and you guys have, I'm quite sure you've seen this during your holiday time, a red velvet cake. But this today, guys, it won't be just any red velvet cake. Today we're gonna put a little twist and a little spin on it. Today we're gonna be making a chocolate red velvet cake. With that being said, if you're new to the channel, hey, hello, welcome aboard. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back and tuning in to our weekly cooking idea, dessert idea. So today, you guys, I came up with something different. Typically, as you know, red velvet cake, we normally put the white icing, the pecans or walnuts on the top. But today we're gonna do a little bit something different. Sometimes you get bored with the same old traditional stuff. So I thought about, let's do a chocolate red velvet cake. Yep, you heard me, chocolate. So what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna go ahead and get started. But what we're gonna do is get the chocolate. We're gonna put a chocolate icing onto the red velvet cake. And we're also gonna add a little almonds to it. So it's a twist to the normal red velvet cake, but that's okay because sometimes, you know, it's good to try different stuff. You know, the same old typical boring stuff, that could get boring. On this channel, we don't do that. A lot of times we like to spice it up. Give you guys tips and ideas of, make you think outside of the box, something that you don't do typically. And again, we don't put a chocolate with a red velvet typically, but today we are. So welcome aboard, you guys. If you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. But anyway, what we're gonna be using, we're gonna use our almonds. And these are just from Walmart. Also, we have our 3 eggs. We have our chocolate icing, okay? Just Duncan Hines, simple icing, nothing special. And we have our Betty Crocker, if you guys can see that, Betty Crocker red velvet cake. If you guys can see also, you see the white icing with the nuts on there. That's when I said we're gonna do something a little bit different. We have our oil here, okay? And it's just, you know, simple vegetable oil from Walmart. We have our canola spray pan oil. I've already sprayed our baking dishes, and it's just a typical, you know, round dish. You guys can see I've already sprayed that. I got it ready. That way that portion will be already done. We have our water, and we're ready to go. Okay, so first things first, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and open up our red velvet cake mix. We're gonna get that poured over into our mixing bowl. Okay, so just like so. I'm just taking it out of the box. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. Typically, I would have some scissors, but I don't have them handy here, so we're just gonna go ahead and open it up the best way we can. And we're gonna get that poured over into our bowl, like so. Taking on that, come on out of there. All right. All right, so we got that over into our bowl. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get our water over into our mixing bowl. Okay. We're gonna mix that up. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just going ahead and mixing this. Typically I try to add one thing at a time. And let me say I try to. Sometimes I just go and I just get to dumping. Okay. But if you are a beginning, you know, baker, beginning cook, anything, you just want to do a little at a time. You don't want to overdo it because you may have too much, too little. But cake baking pretty much is easy when you're doing a box cake because on the back it tells you just what you're supposed to use. So I don't need to get into the measurements and stuff because if you get in a box cake, all you do is look on the back. You guys know, and you just go off of what it tells you on the back. Boom, simple. You see what I'm saying? Baking is very, very simple. Some stuff, let me not say everything. Okay, next thing, guys, we'll go ahead with our oil. And again, look on the back of your box and it'll tell you everything unless you're making it from scratch, okay? So simple, boom, boom, boom. I've been trying to tell you guys, I make it easy for you. You don't even have to do it homemade. You know, if you are a seasoned cook, go ahead and, you know, do your red velvet cake homemade. It's your choice. But here we got a little bit of everybody from all boards, all specs of the cooking field. So right now, we're going to cater to our not seasoned, not the seasoned bakers and cookers. We're just gonna do it simple, you know, to help those who, you know, don't know how to make it from scratch. You know, and even if you're making it from scratch, it's the same thing. You can either use your baking flour and go ahead and add you some red coloring over here. Pretty much the same way, but it's pretty simple. Okay, I've added the oil, guys. Next, I'm gonna go in with my eggs, and I'm gonna do them one at a time. Okay. This box is just telling us 3 eggs, so that's what we have. 3 eggs. I wish it only said 1 because eggs are expensive nowadays. So, but that's okay, guys. You know, if you are a content creator, you know a lot of this stuff that you use in your videos, you can use this stuff as tax write-offs. So whatever you buy, keep your receipts, because you guys know eggs are expensive. Keep your receipts, and at the end of the year, whenever you do your tax at the beginning of the year, when you're accumulating everything, go ahead and get your grocery receipts and everything you use in your content creating videos. Go ahead and use that as tax write-offs. Don't say I never told you guys anything. Okay, so this is the second egg, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and get that mixed. And once I get it mixed, I'm gonna hold it up and let you guys kind of see what I'm doing, because I don't have the glass mixing bowl if you guys can see, but don't worry, I'm gonna put it up and let you guys see. So pretty much just mixing everything. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get our last egg over into our mixing bowl. Okay, we got that in there. All right, get that mixed up. So simple. I don't usually make red velvet cakes too often. I usually save them for like the holidays, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas. But I didn't do one this year, so I wanted to go ahead and do one because I like red velvet cake. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments if you like red velvet cake. I love it. All right, guys. So if you can see, that's what my batter is looking like. Pretty red, pretty red. All right, your mix, boom, boom, boom. I don't know why I just don't use my hand mixer. It'll make it a lot easier because sometimes my hand be hurting with the spoon, but I just like using the spoon. I don't know why. But yeah, all right, guys. So we have our 2 baking pans. I'm gonna move the mixing bowl over a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. If you want, you guys, you can put your almonds or your nuts over into your mixture. But if you're cooking, baking for, you know, a family, sometimes everybody may not like certain things. So you want to kind of, today I'm going to keep them and put them on top of my cake because, you know, some people may not like the almonds. Okay. So yeah, there we have it. Let me show you guys. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get it pulled over into our baking dish. Easy peasy. Okay. And, you know, you should know, everyone should know, you just do, at least try to do equal amounts of mixture in each pan. Okay. There we go with that. We're going to come back and give this pan some more. Okay, like so. All right. This color is so pretty. So pretty. It smells so good, guys. Okay. Got that in there. I'm interested to see what it would taste like because, you know, typically, again, you do the white buttercream or your white icing, but this is different because we're doing chocolate. But, you know, I'm just different like that. Sometimes I like to do different stuff. Get tired of the same old boring stuff. Especially when you're baking. You have to try new stuff. Even when you're eating, you know, sometimes you get tired of eating the same old stuff. You know, you want to spice it up and do some different stuff. So that's what we're doing, yeah. So, all right, you guys. So, I hate my hands being nasty, but let's get this batter off. Okay. All right. So, that's done, you guys. Just gonna shake this over a little bit. Shake it up. Shake it up, shake it up. All right. So, you guys can see that. We got that one. Boom, 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 like that. Boom, 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 like that. You guys, I want to kind of post some almonds on top, but for the sake, I should do one anyway, but for the sake of Carter and Trinity and Ty, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna keep the almonds and just put them on top, right? So by any means, you guys want to put your almonds on your cake or in your cake batter, go ahead and do that. So what we're gonna do now, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get it over into the oven. And once these bad babies bake up, I'll be right back. So until then, go grab you something, a little snack or a little drinky drink. And in the meantime, we'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. So yeah, so what we're gonna do now, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get these out of our baking dish. Let me see if I can make some room so you guys can see just what I'm doing. Put this over here. I'm trying to hurry up, guys, so I hope this cooled enough. Let's see. Okay, here it is. We're gonna pop it over here like so. Boom, boom. So you guys, here's icing that I'm gonna be using, just a simple chocolate icing. You guys can see that. It's been cooling for about 10 minutes. Hopefully it's cooled off just enough so I can ice in this. I'm kind of in a not too much of a rush, but I'm trying to get done because I have to take care of some stuff with Carter. So if you guys can see, there we go. Give it a little stir. I kind of should have made my own icing, you guys, out of some buttercream. Well, make a buttercream icing, and it's kind of simple. And put do it with like a wait, hold on. Okay. So you can make it with like Cool Whip topping and what should I say, heavy cream, and like a chocolate pudding. And that would have made like a chocolate icing. But again, I try to do simple stuff sometimes so that people who are not really that seasoned to cooking, they could try out some of this stuff too. You guys hate, you hate when you icing the cake and it go to tearing apart. So yeah, I don't like a lot of icing, so I'm not gonna do that much. I actually hate all this icing. All right, so I got a little bit of icing just in the middle. I don't want too much icing on this cake because I don't like all that icing. But just so we can get it stuck together and get our, typically guys, you want to cut your cake even. Cut it so it can lay flat, but that's okay. All right. There's a long knife you guys can get, and that way you can cut your cake so it can be even and lay a little bit flatter on here. But this cake will be gone and so quickly, so I'm not gonna do all that. Okay. And because I don't like a lot of icing, you guys, I don't like to do all the edges and the sides of the cake with all this icing. If I was doing like the homemade buttercream, I probably would, but I'm not gonna put all that ice. I'm just gonna put it on the top just for the sake of the almonds, so the almonds can stick. But typically, when you icing a cake, you want to icing everywhere, like with the sides and so forth. But icing like this, I don't like too much of it. It's just way too sweet. When I typically do my heavy cream, my homemade icing, like the buttercream, and I use that, to me, now I can deal with that. Even when I buy cakes, like the birthday cakes and stuff from Publix or wherever I get them from, I usually ask for a whipped topping icing. Even the kids be kind of upset. They be like, "Mommy, can we just please get the buttercream?" A lot of times I'll tell them yeah, and I end up getting the whipped topping because it's just too sweet, too sweet. So we're not gonna even do all around the edges like that. We're not gonna do that. I'm not telling you not to do that because that's what you want to do, but you may want to do that, but I don't do that. Unless it's a homemade icing, like my buttercream icings and stuff made from the heavy cream. So, all right, guys. So we have chocolate on the top, and again, this is something different. Simply because guys, you usually do like the the white buttercream or the white icing. So again, this is a little different, and we're doing a red velvet with chocolate. So I'm gonna hold this so let you guys see, and we're gonna come back and add our almonds. And again, guys, don't forget, if you want to icing all around your sides, which I typically do when I'm making the homemade icing, it's not so sweet. But since this is a, you know, the icing that you get from your local grocer, I'm not gonna do all that icing. So this icing, you know, I don't want to do too much of that. Okay, so then we're gonna come back with our almonds, and it smells good, it looks good, and I can't wait to taste it. And then we're gonna put our almonds on. You can do as much as you want or as little as you want. It just all depends on what you want. Gonna give it that nice crunch, you know, with that soft texture. So I'm gonna hold it over. I'm gonna try to hold it so you guys can see without it sliding off. So you guys can see that. Let me hold it a little closer. You guys can see that. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So typically, guys, when I make these desserts, typically they sit until dinner time, and the kids can get some at dinner. But you guys can see, I really hope you guys get a chance to try this. And again, it's not your typical red velvet, it's a chocolate red velvet. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, like again, we do different desserts every week. Actually every Sunday. So if you're tuning in on Sundays, I used to post about 12 p.m. but sometimes I can't meet that deadline because I'm actually also cooking food meals. So a lot of times I can't post exactly at 12, but just know each Sunday you'll get a video. And yeah, different stuff. So I really really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I appreciate any new viewers that come along each Sunday. Until the next video next week, next Sunday, be here, you guys, because I will have something new, something different for you guys. I love you guys so much. Peace.